Okay, for card number 2, I am excited to make carrots with you. It's going to be a super fun little card. So another vegetable card. Hope you guys love vegetables. All right, so once again, the card base is kind of this ivory speckled paper. I really like it. And then for the base, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the orange here and glue that down. And then the sentiment I chose says happy day because, okay, when you're out harvesting your garden, it's just a happy day. It's a happy experience. I love going out and finding things in my garden that are ready to pick. Just like, yes, I get to pick that. Oh my gosh, finally. Sorry, I gotta try a piece of orange here. I just realized it was a little bit cooking. But yes, it is always so exciting for me to go out and pick the things I have worked so hard and watered every day. It's just such a wonderful experience. Okay, so the orange is going down first, and then this paper is kind of like these little wishes. It's kind of dandelions, and I just thought that was so much fun because, again, it's just so celebratory. So you can decide if you want the brighter yellow or the more toned down yellow. I'm going to go with the brighter yellow. I just think that's a little bit more exciting and fun. So I'm going to glue that down next. Okay, so the next part is going to be a little weird, but I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, so what you're going to do is there's this piece of vellum and this piece of brown. Now the piece of vellum is shorter than the piece of brown, okay, or it's supposed to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to match up one side so they're both it's flush up against each other, and you're going to kind of cut like a little hillside or like a little grass or a little ground. The idea is this is where the carrots are going to be in the ground. So you kind of go up and down, kind of like maybe this kind of a thing. And then we're going to offset it just slightly so that the dark brown is actually at the top. And we're going to glue the vellum on. Unfortunately with vellum, you can always see where you've glued it. I hate it. It's the most annoying thing ever. So we're going to get around that a little bit by just at the very bottom, or on the right hand side here, we're going to put a little line of glue, and you're going to immediately smear it so there's hardly any glue even on there at all. It's basically disappeared, practically drying, and now you're going to stick your vellum on, you're going to press that, and hopefully the glue is going to basically disappear. Let's hope. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the right side again. Whoops! We're going to smash it with our fingers so that it's very thin, hardly even on there, and then we're going to press our piece of vellum on there, and again, hope that that dries totally clear. And if it doesn't, we'll come back and reapproach that in a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if we can get around it. Okay, so now this is going to go up against the bottom here. All right, so while we wait for that to dry, we are going to make carrots. So I know that this seems kind of intimidating for you guys, but I believe in you. So you're going to cut little triangles. The triangles do not need to be perfect. It's okay if they're totally messed up. Now you're going to take your pen and you're going to draw some lines. Let's say you want to draw 4 lines. All right, so it looks like this. Not very difficult. I'm sure you can do it. Even if your triangle is funky and your lines aren't straight, it's okay. It's totally okay. Now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut these tiny little triangles on the side. Very, very tiny little notches at one side of each of your little stripes there, and then also on the other side. Okay. So if you only wanted to do 3 stripes, for example, you can do that. And if you did way too many stripes, you could just do a few. You don't have to do all of them. And now you're going to flip it over and do the other side. Okay. All right. Now, once you've done that, to finish off your little carrot, you're going to go ahead and round the bottom just a tiny little bit, and round the top, and around the top. Again, if it's not perfect, it's okay. Oh, I want to make that a little bit more rounded. Again, not perfect, it's okay. Look how cute that carrot is. And even if you didn't cut out next to each one of your lines, you can even flip it over. Look how cute. So, so cute. So now for our little ribbon, we're going to cut a tiny little notch in the top. It's not very big, just a small little notch. Now this is the fun ribbon. It looks perfect for a cute little carrot. I'm just going to cut a tiny little piece of that. And that notch we just did, I'm actually going to take that ribbon and just tuck it into that notch. It's going to hold that in place there. Okay? Look how cute. Look how cute this carrot is. It's beyond adorable. Oh my gosh. So happy with that. Okay. So now, whoops. Pore's coming out a little bit. Put some glue on the back side there. Stick that back in the notch. Let that dry for just a moment. Oh my gosh, it keeps coming out because I keep pulling on it. Of course it does. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and stick some glue. Oh no, I'm not going to stick some glue on the back side of my carrot because that's the whole point. So now I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the top of my little notch here so that the ribbon stays in place. Okay. And I'm going to move on to my next little carrots here. So I'm just going to press that down and move on to my next carrot. So I've given you light and bright paper so you can make a variety of different carrots, large and small. And you can make them funky or you can make them cute. It's totally up to you. Okay, you can even make them kind of knobbly looking because you know how carrots grow. So goofy. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some little notches into my other little pieces, my other little carrots here. I didn't draw lines because I'm just going to eyeball it, but you may want to draw little lines, especially if you want lines as well on your roots. You could even add lines to both sides of your carrots if you really are liking the lines there. Again, we're going to round the top, and you can round the bottom if you would like. Of course, you don't have to. And make a little notch for your ribbon. I'm going to do my next one now too. And you can do as many carrots as you would like. I've given you quite a bit of paper there to do a variety of different little carrots. It's carrot. It's carrot time. All right. Sorry guys, I just get to deal with my little random little Ellie singing here. Okay. All right, my little notch at the top for the ribbon. And put a little bit of glue here to hold the ribbon in place and tuck it in the little notch. And I do the same thing here. Okay. So now I'm seeing here that my glue did not dry totally clear. Oh, what a disappointment. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, how do I want to cover that up? I think I'm going to use, could use another little piece of this vellum, but then I'm going to have to glue that down. So another little piece of brown might make sense. I think I'm going to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this little piece of brown in half there, and I'm going to cut just these little strips here for the left and right so that they're straight like that. So you're going to want one that's going to be the right height there to cover up just the vellum bit. And I'm going to do the same thing for the far side. Okay. And if you've cut your piece long enough, I may need to cut another one of these. Then I'm going to put some glue on the back side of this here. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this down on the far right side, just where the vellum is. And that's going to help cover up the glue from earlier. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm putting glue only on the piece of paper. All right. That piece is just way too short. I have some leftover brown here. Much better. All right, so your vellum, I just want to make sure that you have trimmed this already, should be flush with the edge of your brown paper, just so you know. And then your little strip of brown covering up your little vellum glue should also be up against that edge, and should be straight against the edge of the bottom. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay. And the brown should match up just up against the edge of the orange, top and bottom. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tuck our little carrots in. This piece of brown paper is bothering me. was crooked, and it was just absolutely driving me crazy. All right, so now our carrots. So your carrots at this point, you should have your ribbon. You can kind of press it so that's kind of up. And then your little carrot bits, we're actually going to tuck into the vellum, you guys. It tucks into the vellum. Oh my gosh. So then you can actually pick your carrots. You can pick your carrots. Sorry, I just love interactive things. People always make interactive things for kids, but you know who loves interactive things? Well, me, personally. But adults, we all love it. It's just so much fun. And it is such a happy day when you get to harvest your veggies. All right, and I'm going to do a little happy day here at the top. And then earlier when I was practicing making, oh, you want to make sure to poke that out of the bottom. And you can, when you're cutting out your brown from earlier, cutting out your brown left over, you can tuck that down there. Honestly, I'm just going to leave it because I'm not going to worry about trying to glue that down because that would just be annoying. Maybe have a little hint for trying to do that. I personally am not going to worry about it at the moment. Maybe if I had, I could do like another like little mound maybe at the bottom and glue that down. That'd be kind of cute. I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be like a molehill. Hopefully that's what people see it as and not as something else. And just, or like a little pile of dirt or something. I'm just trying to think of ways to cover up where I want to glue down my vellum. So I'm going to put like a little pile of dirt like right here. I mean, definitely need more than one. Because it always looks kind of weird when you only have one. And I don't have very much of this brown left from earlier. I don't really want my carrots to fall out was the whole point. Okay. I'll put this one. I'll put this one right here next to it. Because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because like my little pile of dirt is like kind of outside of where like the harvest is. But I think it's going to be okay. I need to have a way of covering up for I'm gluing my vellum, so this is what I'm doing. Hopefully people, when they see this, they don't overthink it too much. Or they're like, oh, what is that? It's supposed to be dirt, you guys. It's supposed to be dirt. Alright, and then we have our little carrots. And you can always trim your little stems if you find that they're a little bit too long or kind of in the way. So I'm actually going to trim those down. Keep in mind, you probably already figured this out, that this ribbon loves to shed. Alright, and there we have our next little cards, our Happy Day cards. So cute with the little carrots, even though they are looking a tiny little bit spindly since I removed some of their little tufts. Probably should have kept those a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm happy with how they turned out. So cute. Alright, you guys. Oh, I was going to say, I cut another little carrot from earlier, so I'm going to go ahead when I was practicing and put that on the inside of my card because I thought that would be kind of fun as like an extra little addition to add another little carrot on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And with this one, you can go ahead and glue down this the stem completely. Obviously, I did put a little bit of glue in the little crevice there, a little slit at the top. Oops. And add a little bit of glue here just to hold that stem in place. All right. So there we have it. Whoops! Lost a carrot. Got so excited. Alright, you guys, so there is card number 2. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.